What's up everybody, it is Colin here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make insanely profitable push campaigns using Propeller ads. So push notifications are super hot right now. You are hearing it everywhere in the affiliate marketing world. Facebook groups, forums, even the traffic source itself are doing huge promotions, and you might have heard it from your affiliate manager. So why is push so hot right now? Because there are very little rules, there is tons of volume, and the ROIs are crazy as soon as you figure out the system. So in this video, I'm going to show you some campaigns we have run in my company. We're still testing it out to see what the pattern is that works for us. And the golden rule with push notifications is testing, testing, testing. As soon as you find the pattern, you will have tons of profitable campaigns, insanely, wildly profitable campaigns, and that's what we want in the end. So if you're new to push, join my Facebook group where I do weekly, sometimes even daily videos on all the affiliate CPA topics. Or if you are interested in premium content, join my AFK forum where we have push traffic here and almost 100 posts regarding this topic. But enough with the talking, let's dive into the content. So what you see here is the Propeller ads dashboard. I'm already in the campaign tab. You can see I deposited a couple of days ago $500 and we spent about $80 so far on testing. We're trying to see what works. We tried different geos. So far we're running up 2 campaigns. I think this one is still live. It only launched today. The click-through rate is looking good, and the impressions, a lot of impressions. So basically what happens is you want to test. The more you test, the more you can optimize, and the faster you get the profitability. As soon as you find a pattern, so basically either a country that works good or a brand that works good, you can really push it on those things. But let's dive into this campaign, see what we did. Because that are mainly three basic factors you need to consider if you want to kill it on Propeller ads. So Propeller ads is, I think, one of the older push notifications. They also do pop and other stuff. But this is actually the first platform I tried with push a couple of months ago when push was just coming up. Right now it's super hot. It's being promoted everywhere. And from our experience, so we tried Mega Push, we tried Propeller ads and some other smaller networks. And Propeller ads has decent quality traffic. So it's not all bots, it's not all shit, but you obviously have to optimize. So when you look at the availability of the traffic, we're bidding right here. And we're going for the CPM model. So the target URL is our click URL with the parameters. And one visitor will see the creative once every 24 hours. This is basically a frequency cap, as it says here. The more times they see it, the less inclined they are to click, in our opinion, but you can test it, see how it works for you. Of course, the most important thing is the creatives. So how to make insanely profitable push notification campaigns on Propeller ads, it's all in the creatives. So the bidding is one thing which can help, but the creatives are the most important thing. It is a very weird pattern. So we usually upload quite a bit of campaigns and creatives because some of them get disapproved. And well, does it really make sense? Sometimes not. So this basically said one new email, win a voucher for H&M with €1,000. So basically what happens if you're on desktop, the pop-up will come here, but most of the time it will come up on your phone, and then this is the Gmail logo. So the email is related to the logo, makes sense, very smart. And then you have the different voucher types. This is a storefront, a voucher type, voucher type, voucher type. So obviously what you know is that the vouchers already work. We run these kind of campaigns on Instagram, vouchers work. We run these kinds of campaigns on Facebook, vouchers work. So we're trying to implement the same kind of structure like we use in other traffic sources on this new traffic source, taking what usually works and see if it works here. Obviously, the Gmail logo is very smart and it just makes sense. So it makes it look a little bit less spammy, a little bit more real. Because hey, like, oh, I got one new email, and this is guarded to Italy, so this is in Italian. I got one new email, and then the Gmail logo, and here's like the alert sign, but this one got disapproved, and this one too. So maybe they didn't like the storefront, and here they didn't like this alert sign, because when you look at this, here they did get approved, the image. So here we have those. So this is basically the essential part. You want to test many creatives. What happens with push? The creatives burn out fast. What does that mean? That you need to refresh your creative at least twice per week if you're running volume, because these people, they have seen them before, they're not going to click. So yeah, new ads, which are creatives, highly recommended. So the traffic options, we want all the traffic, not just premium traffic, and the user activity we did high. So we aim for high CTRs, low volume, above average quality. Right now, you can also do medium or low. We're just trying this out. So there's no guarantee everything will be best in this sense. It might be best on medium, or it might be best on low. But as I said, we only spent like $80 so far of the budget, or maybe even less, because they take some money off PayPal when you deposit, I think. So maybe we only spent like $30. I should check in the campaign level to see how much we've actually spent. But high, medium, low doesn't really matter. Obviously, it's an indication of the user activity, quality of the traffic. CTR high, low, volume, price above average. You see? So if you are low on money and you go below average price, obviously the CTR will also be low and the volume will be high, because there's a lot of people who don't click, generally. So you can also do countries and bid, automatic optimizing disabled, so we don't go for target CPA. If you want to make good quality ads, as I said, the creatives are the most important. The user activity will not make or break your campaign. It will give a slight differentiation from the kind of traffic you will get, but if you have a winning campaign, it will work on any of these three usually. Also the bidding, the countries, the CPM is very important. So we are going for the user activity, which makes this graph. If your CPM is too low, you will not be getting any impressions. So if you bid too low, there's no traffic for you. So that is to be taken into consideration. We don't want to bid too much. So as you see, we started low. We started around this range where we are. So 0.8 is we go up to here, and right now our bidding is here. But you can see you can go all the way up to $3 CPM. So there's a lot of room. We start low and we go high. What happens when you go high? The chance of getting an insanely profitable campaign are way less. So that's to be taken into consideration. Well, the advertising budget, I think it has to be at least 20, and we did 40. It says, please note that budgets below 30 might be exceeded. So because there's a slight delay, so I think when you get a notification on your phone, you might open it 1 or 2 days later if you're doing other things. Like if you're out and about all day, the message has been delivered in the morning, but if you're kayaking all day, you might only check it in the evening. So there's always a delay in the schedule. Well, the audience is no specific option right now, and we have a schedule where we run from 8 a.m. until midnight and not in the middle of the night. So that is already what we've optimized. So we have found from the other campaigns is that in the middle of the night, there's lots of impressions, but a very low CTR, and on our backend, they don't convert. On the daytime, it's the other way around. It's a normal amount of impressions. Click-through rate is relatively higher than in the middle of the night, and they do convert. So we only target mobile, and here you can include and exclude what you want. So for us, we just run mobile and everything else generic, meaning the way it is, normal, broad. Then what you do is as soon as you have the information, so then we can also see how much we spend. So far we actually only spent whatever, like $26. So not 80 as I said before. So what you want to do is you want to get this, and then can we analyze already? We should. Is this where you get the data, or is this just how you download? Archive, I don't want to do that. I actually want to see if I can read the data, but that's not possible maybe. Because if you open it, You can create campaign. Yeah, I haven't done this too many times, as you can imagine. But let me just see. Traffic charts. It's not what we need. Maybe tracking? No, that's already pre-set up. I thought it was on the campaigns, and then you select this, and then you should click here somewhere, status, to analyze everything. Maybe you should double click. No, it's going to edit it again. So maybe we should just let it run before we can analyze the data. So for most people, it is important to use a pre-lender. And for this campaign, we're actually showing you right now that we're not using a pre-lender. You see? So we're not using our own pre-lender, secret trip, but we're using a pre-lender from the advertiser. So we are working with a direct advertiser here, Big Bang Ads. It's not the network, and it's actually working really well. Loads decent, and we also already had a couple of conversions today. So we're very happy how this campaign is looking, how this campaign is going so far. So you can host your own pre-lender. However, what we noticed running Propeller ads, running Mega Push, running some all smaller push traffic, we've noticed if you run a deep link, they don't convert that well, meaning straight to opt-in. If you run a pre-lender hosted by the network or the advertiser, it converts generally higher, about 2.5%, which is obviously interesting when you're meant to make insanely profitable campaigns. So I just basically gave you an overview on all the things that are important. The bidding is important. The bid by itself is the most important, CPM. The user activity, kind of important. If you go for low, you can expect low quality traffic. If you go for medium, you can expect medium traffic. If you're going for high, you pay more and you can expect higher traffic. So what I would do, I would go for medium in this case. Right now we're just testing to see if there's actually a difference in quality. But if I was you and want to make good campaigns, insanely profitable campaigns, go with medium first, test it. If you have enough cash flow, test all of them. Then the most important thing, creatives. The click-through rate has to be really, really good. So when we look at this campaign, it has a 1.63 click-through rate. From our awareness and from our knowledge, 3.2 and up % click-through rate is usually going to kill it, usually winning campaigns. When we look at social pay-per-click, what we usually run, Facebook, Instagram, we have anywhere from like 10 to 300% ROI. With push, you have anywhere from 10 to 800% ROI. But you have to find that killer campaign. What happens is this campaign has only been running a couple of hours, and you can see it's pulling in a decent amount of clicks compared to maybe other traffic sources where you get a ton of shit traffic. Here, it's not necessarily the case because you actually got a lot of conversions. So apart from making very high and outstanding creatives, so you can tell the creatives that we provided to Propeller ads, which are presented to the audience, these are good, but they're not perfect. So 1.6 is only half. So the Gmail is maybe good, but you might want to split test the images. So instead of gift vouchers, you might want to test storefronts, but didn't get approved, but test more. Test more. I said it in the beginning of the video, I'm saying it at the end, very, very important. The more you test, the more data you have, the more accurate decisions you can make. Same goes with the target URL. Host your own pre-lender if you're using like straight HTML. If you're using a funnel builder, don't host your own URL, it will be too slow. So I would say anything that loads over a second is going to be too slow for push. Same as for pop, people are going to move. These platforms, your landers need to be fast as fuck. If they're not, you're losing a big portion of your traffic. So that's also what we're split testing. Yeah, you've heard it. Split test, split test, split test. And at the end of the day, that is what's going to make you money. So as soon as we have figured out the pattern, we're going to, as you can see, the impressions go up and up and up. Click-through rate goes, while doing this video, it's actually delivering. It's quite funny. But yeah, what is important is that we are still learning to push. Like I run an agency, I have employees, and we are investing money. It's only $500 per platform, but we're trying to learn the pattern. People ask me, how do I make insanely profitable push notification campaigns? By doing it, by testing, by learning. I could show you a campaign that made let's say $100,000 on push. But would you learn something? No, you only see a campaign that has done it. Now I've shown you the difference in bids, what you could bid, looking at the graph, what kind of images you can use. So what we've been using for inspiration is a spy tool called Spy Push. Just because we've never run push before, we had a lot of data from the AFK forum. So we have a couple of members who posted follow-alongs about their progress in our premium AFK forum. So if you're interested in that, join that. Then we have actually an advertiser from their own spy tool product regarding push campaigns basically, but it also shows the bidding, which makes it more interesting. Like this is really hot right now. Push is very hot, very big volume, a lot of money to be made. However, just know that it might not be a traffic source with a lot of longevity. With one Chrome update, it could be taken out, but that's also what it makes very interesting. So yeah, we are heavily investing into push, just to educate you guys, to show you guys the options. Now I hopefully gave you a good idea of what you can expect moving forward, how important creatives are, the most important thing, the bidding, which is important, and how to structure it. I went through the campaign. Hopefully I will update you guys in the comments. If you want to have my free help with your campaigns, join me in my free Facebook group, where I would be happy to help you as I help the 4,000 other people that are in there right now. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.